feared through Killarney. Now I'm back, hitching with the wind. But if Mickey Flynn should ever find me, I'll throw me caution all behind me and square off on that son of a bitch again. He cracked open a river too, he beat me Sunday through and through. Danced a jig over my unconscious frame. I won me healthy sheriff fights, well lucky son still have me life since Mickey Flynn beat me dumb and lame.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another Whiskey Ramble show here with your host Steve, the drunk one. I am joined as always by the sober one, Shane. Shane, how are you now?
Oh, not so bad. And you?
Yeah, fucking nervous. It is Super Bowl Eve while we're recording this, and I am just fucking nervous. I feel like I'm gonna cry either way right now. Because I know, like, you see how much is in this bottle. Depending on tonight, there should still be enough to where I just kill it by myself.
That's impressive. And he's got the full today. He's already, what?
That's from the past 2 days and slightly today. Past 2.25 days is maybe 2/5 of it, would you say?
No.
No, we're back to the fractions with this. I'm always confused by it. What would you say? Is that a third?
What? Absolutely not. It's like...
All right, give me a decimal or a fraction for this, all right? Give me your mental math.
I'm going to say about a quarter.
A quarter?
Yeah, a quarter.
All right, a quarter.
Quarter.
All right.
Have you ever realized, by the way, every time you start a show, you always go like this, as if to, like, check yourself?
I'm like, all right, I'm ready.
I don't know if you're psyching yourself up, and I know that we're doing this to each other, and people can't see that.
I'm so used to sitting in the swivel chair, but when we're recording, I'm not the one in the swivel chair, so I'm like, all right, and I also, like, kind of, like, try to crack my back during it, so like I'm doing like a Shakira shit. Super Bowl reference.
Yep.
That's one drink.
Babe. Total babe.
I had to watch it this year.
Underappreciated babe,
I had
too.
to watch it this year. Just J-Lo and Shakira.
And Shakira, right?
Yeah. The last one I actually watched was Katy Perry.
Yeah, she's also a babe.
Yes.
I dig her even more now with short hair than I did, which is strange. Like, I don't get it. I would have never...
Some girls can work that out.
Right? Like,
yeah.
I would have never assumed that with her, because she's so crazy attractive.
Yeah.
With the long hair I meant. And then all of a sudden, she was just like, oh, I don't want to be Katy Perry
Well, she's always got the tits, so that's another thing. All right. So, in all my nervousness, I've literally spent an hour and a half at the bar last night. And I was just focusing on FanDuel, trying to place my bets. I already mentioned my Tyrann Matthew Honey Badger MVP bet, $5 to win $275. But I'm sitting there, I'm like, I'm going to throw another $5 on this.
I still think you're dumb.
Oh, I am so fucking stupid. I am smarter than everybody else when it comes to hockey and, like, running a team. But when it comes to betting, I'm a stupid individual. I am greedy.
Yeah, that's what
I don't know when to stop.
All right, so Scott and I have talked about you in our betting talks.
Well, Steve will do this. We're not going to do it.
That's what I mean. So like we'll be sitting there going back and forth. Like last night, he thought that the Trailblazers were like a really good bet in LA last night, and I mean, I assumed he was saying this because he's a closet Trailblazers fan. For anyone who listens to TJ is one of us, your host, actually just likes Dame Lillard and CJ McCollum. But yeah, he's sitting there talking about that, and we would talk, and we're like, you know what? Taking just one bet would never be good enough for Whiskey Ramble's Steve. He would have to find a way to see just how much he could talk himself into what would end up working out to be like, what, plus 1275 odds or something like that.
It has to be plus 300 or more.
See, and that's why you lose everything.
But when the individual games themselves seem like they're such a guarantee,
I don't know, man.
Like the other week when I live bet the Flyers and the Bruins. The Bruins were down 2-1. The Flyers were tied 0-0 against the Penguins. It was last week. I live bet it. $10 won me 40. Yep. I knew Boston was going to come back. It was an easy bet. The Flyers was a tough bet, but they were plus money. So, plus what, like 400 some odds?
Yep.
You got to take it. But yeah, so this is the ridiculous shit I did.
Well, here we go.
First off, on the TV was fucking college wrestling for some reason. So I'm there just drinking my beer, just staring at my phone the whole time, and then something brought up Anthony Sherman. And I was like, you know what? This is the fucking game that he would end up scoring a touchdown. It's something Andy Reid would do, and Patrick Mahomes would be able to see him open. So I put $1 on him and Watkins to score a touchdown. Pays out $94.
It's absurd.
It's only $1. This is also stuck with me ever since we started betting. It's only $5.
If you are betting on things, never say that phrase to yourself. It's only enter any dollar amount here.
All right, this is how I try to play it to myself. It's basically a $5 scratch off ticket.
That's still moronic.
Why? You never gotten fucking scratch off lottery ticket?
I've never purchased a scratch off lottery ticket. I have been gifted them.
Okay, well I found like $5 in like my fucking drawer, and I'm like, oh, fuck it. This is either going to be a tip, and then I find myself buying cigarettes, and I'm like, fuck it. And then I just win another ticket.
Good Lord, man.
Yeah. So, $1 on that.
I can't believe you're betting on a fullback in 2020 to score a touchdown.
Are you kidding me?
Dude, he's great. I love him. What does he have, 15 carries on the year?
Under.
But he's definitely going to win, 10 targets?
He's got that fucking wheel route touchdown from Mahomes against the Chargers. All right, that happened. That's a thing.
Chargers. Your Darwin is going to basically guarantee that Shady is not going to be
Shady's not
dressing.
No. They might even go with just 2. They might just go with Damien and... Oh, yeah, Darwin. Sorry. Darwin. All right, so while I'm doing this, I'm looking at all the same game prop parlays I can do. And I'm upset with myself because I didn't add the Chiefs money line and the over to it because it would have been a higher payout. And I've already taken that with my Sugar House thing, and I put $30 on it as I'm caressing your wall.
It's all right.
So
it hasn't been touched in a while.
Yeah, since last time I was here. So
mushrooms are weird, guys. It's just bizarre.
Oh no, dude! Don't. Are you serious? I had a seizure. All right. All right. So notable things I did. Patrick Mahomes over 300.5 passing yards. Okay.
Which I think is a good bet.
Yes. Damian Williams, touchdown scorer. Pretty good bet. That man just scores touchdowns in the playoffs.
Would he have 7 total touchdowns in the regular season? He's got 3 in the playoffs.
Yeah. And his playoff career with the Chiefs, I think he has 10. He has 9 or 10. Yes. He had 3 in the one game last year. Yes.
Which game?
The Colts game, I think.
No shit.
Yeah. I think I may be wrong. I'm definitely used to being wrong. It's just when I'm right, it's usually bad. Travis Kelce, anytime touchdown scorer.
It's an easy.
And now this is where I get risky. Kendrick Bourne. Touchdown scorer.
He's got 30 catches in the year.
Yeah, and every time I think about taking him as an anytime touchdown scorer, he scores a touchdown. Usually when I don't take him. So now, naturally, he's not going to score. But I also took him over 23.5 yards, because he usually gets 2 catches for 30 yards.
I don't think that's true.
Okay, well, you can think all you want, but I'm smarter than you right now.
Well, take a look.
I had the whiskey on my side.
Keep going through the continued lines on your sport. Actually, was that the last one?
No, it's not. I have 2 more.
Oh, my God. Fuck.
I got Raheem Mostert, under 75.5 rushing yards. Yards. Okay, so...
Which I'm fine with, because, I don't...
They stopped Derrick Henry. I think they can stop Mostert, and then Tevin Coleman might get some yards.
Yeah.
And then
Did Breida just die?
Oh, yeah, he did.
He's dead?
I think so.
Yeah, it's a shame. He carried my fantasy team.
Coleman looked like he died.
Dude, Coleman's a bitch. Did you see that shit?
Yes, I think we talked about it on one of our shows.
All right. As he went down, and honestly, look, I threw up when I saw it, but you're an NFL player. He went down, for everyone who watched the game 2 weeks ago, braced himself with his left arm as he was falling, and his elbow kind of bent in. Right now, to me, I thought that was a dislocated elbow, and I don't know, probably a fractured heart or something, something weird.
So the heart is a sensitive subject.
Heart's a sensitive subject, but he needed a cart to come out while his arm was being held by someone.
You can't get up. Help! It's life alert.
It's life alert. Still, he's a bitch. So.
All right. Well, my last thing is Mecole Hardman over 22.5 passing yard or reception yards. This has fucked me in the past by 2 yards.
I still laughed at that.
And Shane has guaranteed me to reimburse the $4.
I will
if everything hits, but Mecole doesn't reach 22.5. Actually, no. Sorry, I have the exact text, and we have to use this. verbatim, he is going to reimburse me $4 if Mecole gets 22 yards exactly. So even if I win my bet or lose my bet,
If you lose your bet.
yeah, you're basically, if that's the reason to lose my bet,
If that's the reason.
irregardless, for all intents and purposes, if Mecole gets exactly 22 yards, Shane is giving me $4, so I'll be reimbursed, and then I'll put on something even stupider with a hockey parlay.
Probably.
Yeah. So I had a lot of other stupid bets that did not go well.
All right, hold on.
Hold on. While I was doing this, I'm not done with my bar betting.
I know, but I've
Are you looking up the Kendrick Bourne stats or
Yes.
the Tevin Coleman thing?
the board, not the time. I don't need to see the elbow snap again. But
Yeah. Yes.
you good?
Yes.
All right. What the hell were we just talking about? I'm sorry.
You searched something. You told me to stop.
Oh yeah.
And then I
What
told
was
you
your
to
bet
turn my
line?
microphone up.
I'm
What?
sorry. What was your bet
My bet
for Bourne yards?
over 23.5 and a touchdown.
Yeah, fuck me. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm smart, right?
So it's 50% of the time he is over 22 yards.
So the whiskey's on my side. How many touchdowns?
Touchdowns on the year? I think he only has 5. Yeah, he's got 5 touchdowns on the year.
So you're saying this is the time for him to get his Super Bowl touchdown?
No, absolutely not. Jimmy G's throwing to him, and I still think Jimmy G stinks. I know everyone else
Jimmy
loves
G's
him.
been throwing to him all year, and he's gotten over 22 yards. How many times? And he's got 5 touchdowns. All right, the odds are in my favor. All right, I'm smarter than you with the whiskey. You're sober. So I bet hockey. I bet the Blues. I bet the Lightning, and I bet the Jets at the time. It was all live bets. The Jets were plus 550 down 1.
I've done well with live betting recently.
I was based off last Friday where the Flyers and the Bruins hit.
Wait, so how many different establishments do you have money in right now? Is it just FanDuel now?
Just FanDuel because I'm waiting on the Sugar House Super Bowl bet.
Okay.
But when that hits, because it's going to hit, the Chiefs are winning and it's going to be over 54 points. I will have, I don't know. I don't want to log into Sugar House again until then. Because then I'll be inclined to add money and play blackjack. I'm sorry. I took the Oilers, the Lightning, and the Jets to win. Once the Jets lost, I'm like, oh, fuck. And then I realized the Blues and the Oilers were tied. I'm like, oh, I'm going to flip-flop. The Blues, they just won the cup. They are a better team than the Oilers. They're going to win this game. And they were still plus money. So I took the Lightning again and the Blues. And the Blues lost. So I lost $15 there.
Who was in net?
I don't know. I didn't look. I
I didn't know if you
enough.
watched.
No. Fucking college wrestling was on the fucking TV at the bar. It was Penn State.
It's always Penn State.
I was like, the fuck? Why? Literally, there was a moment in time where I witnessed this dude grab the other dude's dick, and I'm like, why is this on the TV? There's 40 guys at this bar right now.
Speaking of which, I have a sub-story about awkward things in public, so continue and remind me about it later.
Okay. Well, I'm going to continue with my bar stories. Same bar, last Saturday. It was so fucking packed. The youth has taken over Saturday nights at my bar, my very local bar. And I walk in, I probably know someone that's probably an open seat. No and no. So I circle back around, and I'm literally sitting where the bartender usually sits. So I'm basically sitting behind the bar. And the bartender comes up to me, gives me my beer. You want a shot? Yes, please. So I'm sitting there. She's helping everybody else out. The barback / cook is like refilling the takeout. So I'm in a swivel chair, so it's constantly just me drinking my beer and just trying to get out of his way. Putting it down, drinking my beer. Guardians of the Galaxy is on the only TV I can see. And
That's a weird thing to have on the bar.
Well, the bartender's like, this is my TV. I'm putting on what I want to watch. Because usually it's slow.
Gotcha.
So it was Guardians of the Galaxy, and then it was Star Wars Return of the Jedi. And I was like, okay, I can deal with this, I guess. So this kid comes in, and this kid looks like he's probably like 21, 22. He comes in. I didn't see him come in. I just saw him like walk up. So I anticipated like he was already there. So he comes around near me, thinking like this is the best open spot to get a drink. He orders 3 shots of Jameson, and he's like, "And I'm gonna get takeout." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, okay." We're like, there was like 2 people behind him at the time, and then like they left. Gets the 3 shots of Jameson, 1, 2, 3, and I'm like, "Damn, that's impressive." And I was like, "Damn, once upon a time I could do that, but I can't anymore." And then he left. He got his 6-pack and he left. And I'm like, $25. He put up 40, so he tipped 15 on that.
Champion.
Bartender goes, "If he gets a DUI, well, I don't know. He didn't get a receipt, so he wasn't here." And he gave me a $15 tip, so I don't care. I'm like, well, that was impressive with a good selection of shots. Another bar thing was I'm just sitting there, and there's 3 older dudes talking, and all I hear is, "I'm going to slip a Viagra into your drinks, into your beers one of these days." And I was like, this is when I was recording Disciples of Ed with Rob. I went there just to eat and just like research on my laptop there, and then I hear that. And
Which he never posted, did he?
I don't know. I just talk. You do all the work for me here. Rob does all the work there.
You do have a sweet gig.
I know.
You just get to be the personality.
That's all I have to be, right?
I mean, keep bringing in ratings, and yes, you kind of do what you want.
I talk, people listen, right? Mm-hmm. It seems like how it works out. So I'm going to keep doing it.
I sport it.
Yeah. Especially in, it does work out. Yeah. One, I would have to learn new things, and I'm very old. I don't know if I could. I can do research, I can talk, and I can be smarter than you.
Whilst significantly drunker than us.
Oh, significantly.
It's impressive, honestly.
I know. I don't even know how.
Like, as a non-drinker, I aspire to be what you are in this world. I genuinely am intrigued by what your life is like.
There was a time Shane and I were working together, and I showed up very intoxicated, but not all that bad in regards to how I usually am. Shane yells at me because he was my recommendation to get promoted, and I was on my way to get promoted.
Oh, right.
He made me cry, mainly because I was drunk. But I was doing my job so well.
Honestly, you still were.
Yes.
Which is frustrating.
Still better than everybody else.
See, and I think that's the problem with a lot of people, like functional alcoholics. Like, they are still so good at being a human, despite being completely inebriated.
Yeah.
Why try differently?
Yeah. The problem is when you're hungover. Then you're like, yeah, what can I get you? Mm-hmm. And a lot of the employees at the time were stoners.
Oh, all of them. They had to have been. How else could you survive that environment?
This is true. Well, I could never do it. I could never handle doing both of those things at the same time. Being high and working a job. No, I couldn't do it. I
still remember there was a girl, this was like 15 years ago at our old job when I was like management, right? So I was just a dude.
Just a guy.
And just a guy. This girl, she comes in, she's working like one of the center counters. She's normally slow, but she's funny as hell, so none of us give a shit.
Oh, I think you talked about this before.
Probably.
I don't know if it was on here.
I think I was just telling you about it.
Yeah.
But she went out for her break, and she just went out and got super high. And she came back and just dead ass serious asked the next guest, like, would you like a frog with that? And the guy was like, the fuck are you talking about? She goes, I'll get you a frog. And she just walked away, sat Indian style in front of a door, and started laughing and crying at the same time. I was like, what did you take? Someone's got to find this poor guy a frog. We promised it to him.
Go out back. I'm sure there's one.
Another chick
Here you go.
went out,
Can you imagine? You find a frog. Sorry, she's going through an emotional time, but she promised.
but she
you this.
did promise you
The
this.
frog jumps on him.
That'd be amazing. I mean, look, that's a TV show in and of itself. Like that is a YouTube episode or channel that I would check into every now and again. We had another chick. Now, this girl, Jackie was her name. I didn't remember the other girl's name, but Jackie was a babe, and she was very much a stoner. And I still remember she was like, she had been like 20, didn't go to school right away, but then she had applied, right? And so she got her acceptance letter, opened it at work before a meeting, and she goes, guess what that means? Stoners going to college. And I'm like, well, I think almost half the kids in high school are stoners and going to college, but congratulations, you've done well. So she went out, she celebrated by getting even more high, and she came back in, and she goes, by the way, guys, I forgot to tell all of you, as if this is a standard conversation that you would share with work friends, like not even actual acquaintances, just work friends. She just drop ice. I thought so. Right? I was like, I felt the floor vibrate, and I realized how blind people do it.
Heightened senses.
But it's correct, man. So this girl, middle of the day, she's just out there, or middle of the morning, whatever the hell it was. She goes, I forgot to tell all of you guys. Check it out. She takes her top off, not wearing a bra. Great rack, by the way. She got her nipples pierced, and she had tattoos. And I was like, did you just get these done at the same time?
Where is she now?
Right in the center of it all.
No, where is she now?
Oh, now? I don't know. I don't know her last name.
I'm into this.
You should be. She was a babe. And she actually was very smart when she was like with it, not totally stoned.
just not high.
But yeah, some weird characters that we had over there. Like there are times where I do miss the environment, specifically for that type of shit that would happen. Like, how could you not?
That was the only reason I was thinking about leaving the bank to go there was, one, to strong arm for a lot higher pay. Two, kind of like a more like me, I would just not take it seriously, but I'll like do my job, obviously. It was a job where I was like, I don't really need to take this that seriously. It's a goddamn movie theater. I'm not fucking with your financials. You're the idiot that's paying this much.
Yep.
And hey,
Which is hilarious, by the way, how little we get paid compared to what I was paid and what most of us were paid over there.
Yeah. And that's why I was thinking, like, I didn't know how much you were getting paid.
That was a lot. Double what I'm getting paid here.
I figured that I could strong arm myself. And and I was like, hey, this is what I'm making. And all the overtime I'm sacrificing, all the holidays I'm sacrificing, the paid holidays, I should say. Not just your 4 time and a half holidays, but yeah. Well, it didn't work out, but whatever. So, you had something else. Oh yeah, how was your betting week? Sorry.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, we both just heard Steph come home and the door slammed downstairs, so
she must not be happy. Or is that a normal thing?
No, in the winter the door closes like hard. Like the springs are just different.
Am I the one that closes it like just
like a person? Me and you.
Just like you turn the knob just so it closes?
Correct.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'll drink to that, I guess.
Yep.
To normal functioning brains. Is mine really normal?
Impaired, but normal. My bet week was good, man. But it was stressful. So
Must be fucking nice.
I have been live betting a lot as opposed to, betting prior to these games.
That's what I've been doing too.
Which is usually not a good thing. But then I realized, like, watching a lot of these games, or I'm watching a lot of teams that I watch regularly, a lot of players that I watch regularly, I can kind of feel that game out. And I'm like, you know what? I'm feeling good about this right now.
So you're watching the games while you're doing it?
Right.
Yeah,
Which you don't.
The Flyers game, I was watching it, and I had a really good feeling about it, and they were plus money.
Right.
And then when I saw the Bruins were down 2-1 against Vegas, I was like, oh no, they're going to win that game. It's just, sometimes you see the team.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do get a feel.
Sometimes, sure. But yeah, so I've been live betting. So like take it back like a week and a half ago. So like not even a week and a half. So not yesterday, Friday, but the Friday before. So I'm working at the restaurant. Clippers game's on. And Clippers are down to... Shit. Can't even remember who the hell they were playing. Doesn't matter. Clippers were down 2 points, right? Heat. Clippers and Heat. Down 2 points to the Heat at halftime. And I'm like... Or like nearing half. And the Clippers were plus odds. And I'm like, You gotta be fucking kidding me. Miami is not that good. I know the record is what it is, but this is the Clippers we're talking about. I'm feeling pretty okay about that. So I make my bet, and I think it was like $40 and to win like 55 or 65, something like that.
I can't do that. I just see it as a loss. I don't see any gain in just $15. Like, sure, it's $15.
No, like I won like that was with the plus. So the bet was $40. So if it was say 60,
like 95.
Say it was 60, yeah, I won like $100.
Okay. See, my things is I bet $10.
Yeah,
It's going to pay out 40. Then that's like $30 in my pocket, and that to me is worth it.
Yeah, but you have to take bets that are fairly sure things in order to allow you to take the risks that you take.
No.
That's why I don't ever have to put money in any of my apps. I always have money there. Because when I start hitting a cold streak, I start taking the guarantees. It's just what you do. It's less sexy. You win like $1.50 sometimes, but if you win 10 bets that you're winning $1.50.
When I'm bankrupt, I'll believe you.
All right, man. We'll give it a go. But anyway,
when
so
I
make my
eventually reach
bet.
$0 on FanDuel, I'll believe you.
I hate FanDuel.
It's such a fucking...
It's so much better with so many more options than the casino ones.
It's a combative app. You literally try to do these things, and then either A...
Kicks you out.
It kicks you out. 1, it fucking takes forever to load.
Always.
Or C...
It's down.
It fucking just... You're clicking it and just nothing happens.
Yeah.
But it's also because of 1. Yeah. So A1 and C.
A1
I was waiting for you to catch on to
You
what I
all
was
follow
doing.
that?
I was waiting for you to catch on to what I was doing.
But yeah, I mean, so betting that Clippers game, I make the bet that they were going to win by more than 2.5. So I think they needed to win by 3.
I would never do a spread in fucking basketball.
Normally I wouldn't, but I was feeling fine. I was like, this is no problem.
You're feeling yourself. You're all fine at the restaurant. You're feeling yourself. Okay.
So, and it's the end of the night because it's a West Coast game. So the place is mostly empty. There's only a handful of people still there, a couple cops and a couple of other people. And they're wondering why the hell I'm acting and behaving in the way that I am. And I'm like, man, well, I put money down on this game. And they said, well, what did you put? And I said, well, I live bet the game. When I live bet the game, minutes later, the Clippers were up by like 17. And I was like, easy money. Easy money. And then the last 3 minutes of an NBA game happened. And what did you connect on?
I didn't connect on anything. It's just a bet I avoided taking.
Oh. A soccer bet?
Nope, it was tennis.
You're such a addict, man. You need to calm yourself down.
I was going to take Federer over Djokovic. And then the dude Thiem against whoever.
You could talk. I have no idea who these people are.
You know who Roger Federer is?
I couldn't pick him out of a lineup. I know the name, but I couldn't pick him out of the lineup.
And then you know Noja Djokovic, right?
Nope.
I don't know if that's his first
I know
name.
Mila Djokovic.
Who's that?
Mila Djokovic.
What?
She's an actress. Doesn't matter.
But either way, Federer was plus 550. I'm like, why is he such bad odds? He's one of the best tennis players of all time. I'm taking this.
Maybe he's 500. Who knows?
What?
Maybe he's 500 years old.
No, he's not. He's like 32, which is probably the same in tennis years.
See?
But Agassi did it. All right.
Look, wasn't Agassi? Whatever.
He didn't have hair, so that's why.
Aerodynamic.
Right.
I get you.
Yeah. But yes. So the one guy I was going to take and the other guy was going to take, I got 1 out of 1, but I didn't take the bet. So happy to see that now. But now I kind of want to bet on this guy to beat Djokovic.
God.
It happens tomorrow, 3:30 in the morning.
It's just so weird.
No, but no.
That's the type of stuff I can't do.
Doing these stupid things is why I'm losing money in this shit. I can't help it.
You can bet like quarters on that shit.
No, I just want a winner.
You're so fucking weird.
I'm a fucking terrible person. I'm a terrible bettor.
You're not good at betting.
I'm certainly not. I'm not good at the life thing either. But yeah, so the Clippers. Sorry.
Right, the Clippers. Last 3 minutes of an NBA game happens.
Plus 2.5.
And Miami either ties it up or gets it to one possession game, and they had the ball with like 17 seconds left. And I was like, oh my fuck, it's gonna happen. This is ridiculous. I can't stand this shit. Man, Well, it got close, and then it clanked off the back of the rim, and I celebrated, and everyone, I guess, was invested in what I was betting in because I was overly emotional over a $40 bet at the restaurant, and everyone else was celebrating. And then I left and went home, and that is a quality way to end your shift in a restaurant.
I agree.
Similar type of thing. I bet on the Chicago Indianapolis game. Indiana game. Jesus Christ.
The Indianapolis
Indianapolis. Yeah.
The Indianapolis Pacers. Can you imagine how hard that would be? That hard to say for fucking broadcasters.
I can't imagine it's easy, but
the Indianapolis Pacers
but they
against the Portland Trailblazers.
That actually felt natural.
It did. Yeah.
That was okay. Never mind.
Hire me.
But I had the Bulls.
The what? The Bulls?
Plus 20.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were going
plus
for the
12
balls.
and a half. No. Plus 12 and a half. So that's it. They were like tied at one point with like 2 minutes left or something. And I was like, oh, it's another one. I won another $100. I was like, this is great. So I just turned the game off. I was like, I'm good here. Like, nothing could possibly happen. Well, it did. The game ended up going to overtime, at which point Indiana went up, I think, 10 points in the first 2 minutes. And I was like, you piece of shit. So then I had to turn the game back on, and mercifully, it ended up still covering. What are you doing?
I'm trying to charge my phone with your laptop here.
Okay.
Deny. Sorry, and I'm losing battery as I'm charging it. Just making sure it was on. I don't know.
I think you're good.
I'm not good, dude.
Your phone, I meant.
It's not. It's at 11%.
But beyond that, I've been playing Poker Stars.
Yeah, how's that going?
Good.
Actually?
It is going well, man.
Really?
I love poker. And it's weird. Like, I've never been a guy who was just like, you know what? Online poker seems like the way that I can get my fix, to get my card game going. And I don't love it, but you can find a game anytime. And when you have nothing else going on at work besides how much you fucking hate your job, you start playing. And you keep winning. Because, man...
Must be nice, because that's what I did with fucking blackjack.
Yeah, well, you're an idiot.
Yeah, blackjack's more fucked up.
Honestly, it's no different on my end, because you can't tell anything other than betting patterns. And, like, a lot of it is...
But you do this with other people, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But I'm up... I think I'm up like $180 just on the week.
Must be fucking nice.
And, like, I'm not even playing tournaments where, like, you'd win, like, actual money. I'm just hopping into, like, a 2-5 table. And it's just working out. I don't get it. I never catch cars.
Making money's working out, but you're not working out. Yeah, I went there.
Did you just tell me I'm fat?
Yes. We are both fat. We can do something about it. What are you doing? Shane got finished that point, waited for my response, and just went to his phone and just lost everything.
Yeah, sorry. So Steph randomly today, she told me, she goes, man, I had a really weird dream last night. And I was like, well, I guess it's not going to be a sex dream that I'm going to want to hear about. So
it was you cheating on her.
Yeah, probably. And then I got slapped for things that never happened.
Has that actually ever happened to you?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I can't recall. I think I would remember that if that actually...
I've been nudged during it, and then it led to sex. But yeah.
Well, that's smart. If that were the case, I'd hope she had that dream every night.
Yeah. That's a one-off, though. That only happened one time in my life.
But yeah, she told me she had a weird dream. She said she dreamt that Carter Hart was sharpening his skates and lost the handle and slashed his throat and died. And
it's fucked up. What?
Right? And I was like, can we not talk about that? Like, ever? Like, that's a weird fucking dream. So she just got home. She picked up a lot of the stuff for the Super Bowl party. And she goes, this is fucking creepy. I turned on the TV to put some show on, and NBC Sports was on, and it was showing the goaltender got his throat slashed. And she was like, what the fuck?
Clay Malarchuk?
Yeah.
Or Richard Zednick?
It was Malarchuk.
Decapitating, who the fuck was that, Clay? I think it was Vokoun.
What happened now?
I don't know. It happened recently. Richard Zednick basically decapitated a goalie, and I think it was Tomas Vokoun. Fuck. All right.
It would have never happened if he was a Flyer.
Right? Yeah.
Yep.
All right, you keep talking.
But yeah, while I'm doing that and while you're searching, you coming to the Super Bowl party tomorrow, man?
Hard no. And I have reasons. The one time I came here to watch the Chiefs primetime game, I'm going to call this a primetime game, a big game. I put $100 on the Chiefs to win. And I came here. We watched it. And the Chiefs lost. It was Chiefs-Colts. I think it was the Sunday night game.
The Indianapolis Colts.
Yes.
Nailed it.
And, so they lost. And now my record of watching Chiefs games in this house is 0-1. So after crunching the numbers, I crunched a lot of numbers.
Big believer in analytics over here.
I crunched the numbers, and I realized that the amount of games, primetime games of the Chiefs that I've watched in my own house, there's a higher winning percentage at my own house. And it doesn't matter who's there. So,
maybe I'll leave my own party. See what happens.
Now, I also sent out a Facebook event group for this, for the usual people that go to Hazy's with me. Other people that invited me to other things. So this is I've never hosted a Facebook event before. So I didn't know what to do. I was just okay, create and invite Super Bowl, come over. But it wanted you to fucking add things to it. So this is my details for it. Bring beer, bring food, come over and be a dick to me, root with me, laugh at me if I cry. Overall, come over and watch the Chiefs in the Super Bowl with me. I really don't care. If I didn't invite your significant other, just bring them too. Encourage them to bring single lady friends. What better way to meet a grown man than seeing them cry, right?
Did this actually send out?
Yes.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Yep. And all my usual Hazy's friends, I have all said maybe. So yeah.
Oh, that is awesome.
Doesn't matter to me. I'm watching this game in my house. I got enough whiskey, I think.
I would say so, looking at the size of the bottle, but it's you, so who knows?
Touche. So yeah, we shall see. Tell Ian I said hello.
I will. He made pulled pork. He's been slow cooking it. So
I thought you said he's been slow. Yes, we know he's slow.
Well,
that's a joke, Ian. If you listen to this, I'm sorry, but you sometimes are slow. But yes,
I find him brilliant.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. You just sound like a cartoon character. That was bizarre.
Yeah, I know. He's literally there's
Pennywise is what you sounded like.
There's Ian up here, halfway to the ceiling, and there's Ian right here at your desk. It's slow, and there's just goddamn, how'd you come up with that? Love you, Ian. All right, so you have another thing about public transportation and sprinting towards it.
Oh yeah. All right. So I was in the city for training again for work, and I realized.
As did I, so I can talk about this as well.
Yeah, I realized now. I'm early for most things. It's just kind of what I'm like.
It's just not the job that you've been at for years.
No, that place I didn't give a fuck about.
I noticed.
And honestly, this place is getting there too. If I'm in particular branches, I just show up whenever.
Yeah, as you should.
They're just.
But when you're working at my branch, please do show up on time.
Well, I'll probably be picking you up. So.
What that one day?
Yeah, that single day.
Yeah.
But no, I realized something that when I get to the train, because I'll take the train into the city. I get there, put the change in the fucking meter thing for the parking, walk onto the train, either put my headphones on or open whatever book I'm reading at the time, and I just sit down and I just go. I don't pay attention to anything else that happens. This time, I forgot my headphones.
Oh god, no, it's the worst thing
Isn't
ever.
that terrible?
It's the worst thing ever. And you're god damn it.
Oh yeah.
This is usually when I'm full on hood up
Yep.
against the glass, sleep.
Yeah, it's It's a terrible
because
time.
our train station is the first stop.
Yep.
And it's benefited me so much on the way home because I know like as soon as like everybody leaves and I can get to like that corner window station, again I'm touching your wall, I can do the same thing because once I stop feeling this way, I can wake up and be like, all right,
now I'm home.
how do I get home? But yeah, so go on.
But yeah, so I didn't have headphones, and I had a bad headache, so I didn't feel like reading. On the train, getting dizzy and shit.
At least you had a book.
Yeah, well, I always have a book.
Me, I don't.
Well, there you go. So I look out the window, and I start seeing all these people just sprinting towards the train, and then the doors close. And then the reactions happen of those who did not make the train.
I've never seen the reactions.
And then I see the reactions of those who just barely beat it inside the doors. And it's two vastly different emotions that are being shown. And man, one thing that I have finally realized, not finally, one thing I have now realized now that I've paid attention to this particular scenario is, in my life, I never want an attractive human being or someone who may know me to ever see me getting onto a train. God forbid I'm late. God forbid, like, there have been times because the train going home is never on time. So I may end up getting there and seeing that the train that I thought I'd missed was 10 minutes late and I can still hop it. I realize, like, I'll walk a little brisker, to get down there and see if I can catch that one.
You just get the SEPTA app and then you're just staring at it and you're like, okay, I can make this.
I do, and that's what I do now.
That's 100% what I've always done.
But yeah, man.
But
so
also you're new to this. So.
I am new to this. But yeah, there was a guy in a business trench coat. Like you could tell.
Was it raining? Why do you need a trench coat?
I don't know. It wasn't raining. It was fucking freezing. So maybe just wanted the longer jacket.
Maybe it's insulated. It's got the cat fur in there.
Maybe. Who knows? But yeah, man, this guy sprinting looks the least coordinated I've ever seen anyone in my entire existence. And yet there's a fat guy who ran, and he must be a professional. It's exactly right. The fatter you are, the shorter your limbs look. So he's sprinting, and it just looks like Myles Garrett or whatever running, where he's got his little wavy, spiky hands going all quick. That's what this fat guy looked like. And he got onto the train, just barely squeezed in through the door. And like, it was a literal squeeze. Like, I'm not entirely certain some of him wasn't clipped off and left outside the train. And this guy, he just took one deep breath, collected himself in the little train, like the in-between section, the platform, walked in and goes, thank God I made that. Calmly sat down next to one of the other fattest people on the train. On the two-seater side. What the fuck? There's a million seats open.
No, man.
What kind of an asshat?
Stick with what you know.
I guess, man, but damn, like, go find a tiny person.
Dude, we're both big, let our guts talk to each other.
Well, they had to.
I've had experience with it, though, where I'm, like, that person.
Running?
Yes. I was meeting my sister down at the Flyers game.
Yeah.
And my roommate was giving me a ride. This is when I lived in Feasterville. My roommate, Logan, he's giving me the ride, right? But I'm like, dude, this traffic, it's not going to work out. I'm getting out here, and I'm sprinting. So, we're behind the Wawa at the Somerton station, if anybody knows what it is, that of our listeners. And I get out, and I start sprinting. I'm sprinting. I was actually fit, not as fat as I am now, and I had 2 working knees. So 3 good things working in my favor at this time. I get there, and the train is getting off, and I'm running with the train, and the conductor's like, hop on. And I'm like, okay. So I'm running literally parallel with this train as it's starting to leave. So I hop onto a train. And then as I sit down, I see never jump on to a moving train. I'm like, well, fuck that rule. Thank you, conductor, for realizing how I guess, determined and fit I am at that time.
That's an amazing story.
Yeah. Other than that, when I went to training this past week in the city, I requested my Uber to get me there. And he's like, oh, yeah, what time's your train? I'm like, 7:50. And he's like, oh, we're cutting it close. I'm like, yeah, but, like, traffic's usually not that bad. It's like, it should be, like, a 6-minute trip. He's in the worst lane to be in. I'm like, oh, yep, we're fucked. He cuts the other lane, gets there. Destiny was on our side, I guess, to get me to this fucking training class on time. I was like, yeah, dude, if we don't make this, I'm going to be requesting another Uber trip to Jenkintown. So don't leave. And he's like, oh, yeah, that's fine. I'm like, yeah, you'll be making double money. I was like, I know. So, yeah, that's fine. Gets there. The train is there. I'm like, oh, my God, man. He's like, yeah, you go, dude. I'm like, dude, thank you. I tipped that Uber driver $5. He got me there literally 45 seconds before the train left. And literally it's me just walking out, got everything, hit my e-cigarette, and walking in. And then I sat down, and yeah, that was the best Uber driver I could ever have. Because
that's impressive.
I told him my scenario, and he's like, we're getting there. Vroom. But yeah, also, just train rides in general are awkward.
I'm about to tell you how awkward they can get.
Do you get your ticket on the train?
Yeah.
I feel like we're the only people now.
We are, and they don't like us.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The one woman who works for the SEPTA, the SEPTA, she goes, you can get this much cheaper, right? Like not getting it on the train. I was like, I don't give a damn. The company pays for it. And she was just like, okay. Told me again the next day. I'm like, we just went through this conversation. She's like, I know, but it's easy to just walk around and see. And I'm like, man, all right, fine. I'm sorry. I'm still going to get the yellow ticket from you.
Me, I'm like, man, I've never once bought a ticket from the office.
Right? Never.
And then I'm like seeing people like everything's scanned now. Like they all like their passes get scanned. I'm like, oh shit, I'm the asshole.
We are the asshole.
I'm like, all right, maybe there's a way like I can maybe buy a ticket online.
I tried to.
I haven't found it. No, there's no way yet.
You would think on the app, but nope.
Yeah, but you keep seeing like those machines there. Like,
oh yeah,
in the future you'll be able to use this.
Thanks.
I've been seeing that for a year and a half. I've been seeing those machines for a year and a half.
That's massively frustrating.
All right, but so me, I listen to my music, and sometimes my music, if it's too loud, could be construed as weird to other people. And it's like, okay, so I try not to have it as loud, and then I also tried to just like divulge myself in my phone. So like I'm reading like athletic articles and like the athletic articles and like just other like Twitter shit and just other articles. I'm just trying to like fucking divert myself from like looking over. But sometimes I look over and I'm like, oh God. The past 4 times now, I have not looked over. But at the same time, I have had my headphones in and heard people snoring. And that's just weird to me. And I feel like I've done that on the way back home.
Guarantee it.
Sometimes. The times where I go to the bar first before my train home. I'm sure I've done that because then I've woken up like fucking, my body's like fucking halfway through the 3-seater. And then it's Hatboro Station. I'm like, oh shit. So your awkward story?
Yeah. So, all right. There is a documentary called Guys and Dolls. Have you ever heard of it?
No. Sounds weird.
It is. So it's for my psychology course, right? So, yeah. So the assignment is to assess one of the 4 of the guys who are in this and basically answer this like questionnaire type of thing as to why the hell they're so fucked. This, for everyone who doesn't know what it is, this is 4 men who couldn't find love or companionship and decided to buy a $6,000 sex doll.
Is it worth it? Are you going to get there?
Am I going to get there? So,
can you imagine the sex doll? Are you there yet? Are you there yet? Are you there yet? Oh yes. Oh yes. Are you there yet?
well, it doesn't talk. It's just a doll. I guess dolls can talk, but they don't.
You're killing me. You're killing me. You're killing me.
Killing me.
You're killing me, dude. Dolls can talk now. You've seen Chucky.
Well, that's
You've seen
true.
Cabbage Patch. Can't say it. Cabbage Patch Kids. You've seen fucking
Six
everything.
fingers in right now.
And before that, I don't know. But yeah, dude, you've seen all these dolls. You know, they have the
That's
wind-up
a
shit.
good
you know.
point.
You've seen Toy Story.
I have seen toy. That's a weird transition right now.
Exactly.
But
Can you imagine, though?
what's that? Like a pull string?
Movie idea. All right,
Write it
movie
down.
idea.
Write it down.
Movie idea. Nope, not writing it down. Saying it on here. It'll be documented on here. A movie like Toy Story, but with sex dolls.
I'm sure there is one, man.
There might be. But this could be the best rated R movie ever. You could fucking flash this shit out.
NC-17.
Yeah. Okay, you got me there.
Yeah.
But can you imagine?
It'd be amazing.
I would see it.
What else is there to do?
I just came up with it. So I have to make it or I would see it.
Make it and see it.
Why not both? No.
There you go.
Yeah, okay.
You know.
All right, so continue. So the sex dolls.
So the sex dolls, anyway, and they are very, very realistic. And here I am sitting on the train. So I originally, it was the night before, and I was like, all right, I gotta watch this.
It's already a porn.
Exactly.
I do remember.
Oh, it is?
I've seen at least one.
All right, nice. Was it good?
I don't remember.
Well,
It really depends on who the actress is, I
fair.
would say. To be fair.
Well, the actress, the actress is, I'm sure, a doll.
Well, no, because it just... All right, no, I'm not going to get into it.
That's weird shit.
I mean, really, the only acting is, like, they just act like they're a doll at first, and then they're not.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I got you. Well, that's fair.
Damn it. Just told about a porn I watched.
Well, you know. What else? Look,
I'm so lonely.
we have...
That's the basis of that.
Oh,
All right,
Jesus.
so people on their porn dolls.
Right. So it was the night before, and I turned this on and saw that it was not a 5-minute video, YouTube video I needed to watch, but in fact 50. And I was like, fuck that. I'll watch this shit on the train. Bad life decision. So here I am on the train, and I sit down, and I'm like, this is already fucking weird and uncomfortable, and I am not for it. But I have to do it because it's homework, so I'm like, all right, I gotta watch this shit anyway. It is what it is. A 77-year-old woman sits next to me on the train at the very first time boobs make the appearance. And boobs don't make the appearance as if just some random, like, lifeless mannequin-style doll just hanging there where it could be a quick passover. No. This guy's full-on fondling a tit, checking out its nipple, and explaining to us how real it is and how his relationship is basically just fuck as much as he can with this doll. And why would he ever go back to real human women?
So how much
They'll
are
never
these dolls?
satisfy him. Unbelievable. Now I had to turn around to the 77-year-old woman. I was like, I am so sorry. This is not what it looks like. I promise this is for a psychology course. Like, not even on myself. Like, this is on the people that are in this movie. I don't really know what to do right now. Like, I need to keep watching this, but I don't want to make you uncomfortable. So, like, can you tell me where we're at right now? And she was like, I am 77 years old. I've seen a lot. And I'm like, so can I keep watching this, or is this going to be weird for you? She was just like, I have seen a lot, and just kept staring forward. And I'm like, well, I don't really know what to do right now. So I turned it off. I get to the class
Should've
in the
kept
city.
watching it.
I should have. But I get to the class in the city, and my class is full of people who work at a significantly slower pace than I do. So I'm bored a lot of the time. So finally I asked the instructor, I'm like, hey, do you mind if I, like, while they're finishing for 3 hours
Oh, yeah,
doing
finishing.
shit,
Okay.
their work.
Are you sure it wasn't? Yeah, the work. Watching the video.
Watching the video. I had asked, I was like, do you mind if I finish the rest of my homework? And she was like, oh, yeah, do whatever you want to do. No problem at all. I was like, thank you. But I have to have a disclaimer right now. It's basically porn. And she was like, sorry, what now? And I had to go through the full explanation. I was like, it's a psychology course. I'm sorry. I have to tell you why these guys are fucked up in the head and doing these things with these inanimate objects. And she was like, you can watch it. Just turn to the side. And I'm like, got it. No problem. Headphones in because I remembered him that day.
Turns to the side, dick comes out.
No.
Furious motions happen.
I was an adult. I can not do that if needed. I was in a public scenario, public setting. That's frowned upon.
Yeah, but you were told to do this.
It is homework.
Should have said, it's homework!
Yeah. The research study was actually just, do you come quicker from fake girls than real girls? Like,
That's really what it was.
no, asshole.
Damn it.
Wouldn't that be funny, though? That'd be a cool assignment. I'd be like, well, I guess we got to give it a go. Let's see.
Well, I mean, to be fair,
To be fair.
you can get yourself off and, like, basically like that, right?
Yeah, know thyself. Absolutely.
Woman, well, I can't speak for it anymore. They
From
don't
what
say-
you remember, though.
Yeah. No, I just know the first time it'll be very quick. Yeah, still, I'll be ready to go right away.
There you go.
But yeah, so
Quick refrac rate. Steve TK Schmidt.
So yes, you watched it in the corner.
Oh, yeah. But it was mainly just the awkward level. Like, that was where it was at. It was weird to be on a train with a 77-year-old woman who just repeated herself while I was basically watching porn for school. And then it was even weirder to sit there in a class and like look around and be like, really sorry, everybody, but I got to watch some things. Bizarre.
There wasn't one single student that was like, "Oh yeah, I'm done."
No, that's me.
Because, well, yes, because you watch a lot of porn. But there's one single student that got complete, that completed their work.
No, man, it was.
And then you were like, "Yeah, do you want to watch this with me?"
Could you
It's
watch
funny.
porn with a friend?
I did once upon a time. When
Like
we were
on purpose?
like 13 years old.
Yeah, but like that's a normal like.
Yeah, so
Kid thing.
That's the only thing I could say.
But like as an adult now,
No, not
that's
really.
what I'm saying, right? Like there's a scene in the league where they're all working out together, and you hear the buzz too.
Yes.
Weird. Well, that might have done it.
Yeah.
Well done. But yeah, the three of them, they're working out together in Kevin's garage, and they're like, I'm sorry, I can't. This is just two weird guys. And Ruxin was like, so do you guys mind leaving? And like, I'm just wondering, like, of all of our friends, which one would be the guy that was like, do you mind leaving? Like, I feel like it's
I have
Morazzo.
to do my thing now.
Okay.
But yes, Morazzo, yes.
Yeah, I
definitely
feel like
believe.
that's the one.
Yeah, I believe that. All right, what else did you have?
I don't know, man. I texted you the list. I can't remember it all.
All right. How you look and behave as a child basically
I
tells...
feel like that's too long of a topic. We can roll with that another time.
All right. My first longtime girlfriend got the fucking worst version of me. Ever.
That is true, but I still can't remember why I said that. Do you remember why I said that? Why would I have said that?
Are you kidding me? You just text me a topic.
Yeah, it's true.
Shane just texts me topics, and I'm like, okay, I'll remember these. I'll bring them up.
And then I don't remember why I said it.
Yeah. All right. Well, here. To be fair, I'll do this. The only girl I fell in love with was the worst version of me. But unfortunately, I fell in love with a woman that was the best woman for me, and I fucked it up because I was the worst version of me.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to say, how were you with Kate? Yeah. Putting you on blast. It's whiskey ramble therapy.
Right? Not good, man.
Yeah.
Like,
So why?
because I was a kid.
Were you?
Yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Were you really a
I
kid?
think maybe that's what it was.
I've always...
We started dating when we were like 16, I want to say.
Okay.
And like,
How long did you last?
in the relationship?
Damn it. You got me. It's very to say how long you dated. I was like, no, I meant in bed. All right. But yes, the relationship. How long did it last?
I don't know. I think it was like 5, maybe 6 years, something like that.
Okay. So you were 16.
It was like right around my 21st, like 5 years.
Okay. So I met you when? 2009?
Yeah. So I want to say,
I was 17 then.
yeah. So you probably knew me through like my last couple years with Kate.
Yes. And I saw some good times.
Oh yeah. She was fine. She was a cool chick.
To all listeners, I am apparently a wonderful third wheel person to drag around.
That's not true. I think you've only done that with Steph, right? Did you go anywhere with me in that one?
Yes, Dave and Buster's.
Interesting.
You both laughed at me as I did the jump rope thing.
Right. And I thought that was... And when I brought that up, now I know why she didn't remember it.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm so sorry.
Me too. Fuck.
Hashtag me too. But yeah, so I knew people, I guess. I had a lot of friends. I've always had a lot of friends. Do I have a lot of friends I confide in? Not necessarily. I'm 100% more open about my feelings about myself now. Like, hey, I want to kill myself. I just don't have the balls to do it. So some of my friends get uncomfortable about it. But one of my first friends that started dragging me around with their girlfriend was Shane. And we went to Dave & Buster's. And we watched at least a couple games together.
Yeah.
Yeah. We hung out at least a couple more times besides that.
Yeah.
Which is completely violation of the theater. We were fraternizing.
Yeah, and look how successful we are. We made it work. I didn't try to sleep with you.
Right? That's because I have a penis.
Exactly. I feel like maybe they should have loosened things up a little bit. If you're not
Don't fraternize.
sexually attracted...
Wait, no, you can't say that. Yes, okay, you go.
if we're not sexually attracted to a particular gender that actually exists, not alien. Actually, that's not true. I believe aliens exist. I don't believe that anything other than men and women exists.
I
You know what I'm saying?
I do understand what you're saying, but like, if an alien came here, with
You'd fuck it?
Depends. Say an alien chick comes here, blue skin, fucking tits, fucking no penis.
It's like, why not?
Yeah, it's like
You'll take that one for the team. You'll figure it out for all of us.
trying to think of words. I'm going to a place no man has gone before. Star Trek. But yes, I will.
Total nerd version of you. I dig it.
Fuck, I just forgot what we're talking about. Oh, yes. You treated Kate like shit.
Yeah, I didn't treat her well.
Yeah, neither did I with my first girlfriend.
But that was the thing, and that was more so I was insecure about me. Like, we grew up...
Me too.
Like, Kate was way, way more attractive. Oh, every girl I've ever dated is way more attractive than me than I am.
Honestly, can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
Honestly, can I be honest with you?
Honestly, you can honestly be honest with me.
Kate, actually, she was pretty fine.
That's what I'm saying.
But, I recall, me, I'm a straight man that is okay with saying that another man is very attractive. Alright? You could have done better.
Oh, well.
Time. Especially with all the accolades that you told me, if they were true, definitely could have done better. Okay.
I respect that. All right, so she was at least decent.
Yeah.
But
she was good looking.
She was attractive. She was a good chick.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, you get that part of you that, like, man, we went to different schools and, like, oh, it was weird. Like, it was bizarre. Like, I feel like I took away
you went
from
to different schools?
Oh yeah. Like, I went to a different high school and she did. Like, I didn't.
So how did she get the worst version of you? That's what you said to me.
Oh yeah. Mainly.
I'm assuming this meant Kate. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, like, do you ever feel guilty about, like, when did you date yours? I can't remember. How old was she?
My first girlfriend?
The one that was like the one that legitimately got the worst version of you.
Oh, Shannon.
Yeah.
Shit.
How old was she?
She was 19. I was 20.
Okay. So it's like the same as mine. Those are, like, crucial years for a person to, like, figure themselves out. And, like, she just wasted that shit with me. Because, like, I needed her to fit a box in order to make myself feel comfortable, which is fucked.
Yeah, but you were younger than mine. So, like...
Yeah, but, like, we were good for that first couple of years because you're a kid. Like, legitimately a kid.
Well, we were retarded.
We were not smart.
No, like me and the only girl I've ever loved.
Oh, okay.
You want to talk about, like, the first girl I dated, then...
No,
yeah. Like, the first chick that I may have loved. Let's talk about her. Haley. Let's talk about that. Well, let's compare these, because they ended up working together, and it's funnier.
It is weird that they sold lingerie together.
Yeah. And did they ever really wear lingerie?
Did yours?
No, not really.
I did.
Probably because she worked there.
Yeah.
Mine was a little bit after that. But yeah, no, I was a terrible person. At the first, oh my God. Shane is drinking NyQuil, and I will never understand why he drinks NyQuil.
Yes, you do. How many
At
times have you
5
drank
o'clock.
my NyQuil?
But I'm trying to sleep.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to go to
trying-
sleep. After the show, I'm going to go to sleep.
No, you're not.
I'm going to clean a little bit more for tomorrow for the party that you're not going to. Doing all this shit for you, Chiefs fan.
All right, so we are going to change this topic of subject to Shane and Kate versus Steve and Haley. Haley was the first girl
I
that...
so hope that they both
Listen
still
to it.
occasionally talk. One of them stumbles across this and calls the other. Dude, you got to listen to this shit.
I agree. So, Shane and Kate was Shane's first relationship. Steve and Haley was Steve's first experience of being in a non-official relationship, but also getting the sex. So,
Relationship.
all right, you're getting a lot about us. So,
That's it.
please do continue, and I will respond with that.
Me to keep going?
Yes.
It's the why. All right.
Why you were a shitty person? 'Cause
Yeah.
I was 100% a shitty person too.
Yeah, well, I felt like I said, I needed her to fit a particular box to make me feel more comfortable. Because, like, she was totally ready to have those college years, and I wasn't. Like, I didn't need this. I didn't need a party. I didn't need to do all that stuff. So I was like, I need you to not be this way. I need you to not do this. And, like, all these types of moments that, like, people need to have. I took that away from, like, the moments that they needed to happen for her. And, like, that's fucked. Like, looking back on those things, like, damn, like, I've never wanted to send an apology letter to anyone and be, like, really sorry for, like, you know, existing together for a period of time.
I've 100% felt like I should have done that.
And that's what I'm saying. But, like, every once in a while, someone will be like, oh, man, have you ever heard from this person again? I'm like, no. Like, I did hear from her a handful of times afterwards, but, like, there are moments where I'm just like, man, I was such a dick.
Oh, yeah.
Not a good human.
Oh, yeah. Me with mine was just straight up like, one, she started it. She started it. She messaged me. And she literally said, what's kinkier? Like, what's the difference between kinky and horny? I was like, one, who the fuck are you? Two, what? Well, kinky is, I don't even remember the end of it. But yeah, she explained something about it. I'm like, okay, I have a girlfriend right now, but what? She's like, oh, well, if you don't, hit me up. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. So I realized I could have sex with this woman.
And
I'm not getting the sex with my girlfriend. So I realized, I'm like, okay, I'll break up. First time we have sex, Valentine's Day.
oh, it's gross.
It's fucking weird.
Right?
Yeah.
Now you are in a relationship. If that's the first time that you...
Literally.
Like,
Yeah.
that's how you definitely stumble into it.
And me now realizing myself, what is it? 2020 now.
2020.
Shit, no. It was, yeah, so like 12 years later now, maybe 11, it's like, shit, I'm doing the same things. If I have sex with a woman, I'm trying to have a relationship with them now.
You're like a lesbian.
I just can't have sex with multiple partners. It seems like I can't sleep with this girl and this girl and then this girl. I don't know why I can't. I don't think I've ever been able to.
Because you're a good human, Steve.
Am I though? I'm a terrible person.
You know,
Wait a second. Good human, terrible person. Are those different things?
sure.
How so?
Species-wise,
Species. All right.
like human,
Okay.
you're functional, albeit strangely assisted by alcohol and just copious amounts of it, but still impressive. That's a successful human, but person, like feelings and shit, I don't know that that's a good side.
Thank you for explaining that way. Because
Right?
yes, I'm a good human. I go
He
in,
pays taxes.
I pay my taxes. I do my job, and then I go home.
That's it. He consumes food and alcohol.
When it comes to a person, though,
He has hobbies and interests. But when it comes to considering others' feelings, he's actually pretty good about that too. When it comes to considering his own feelings,
no, yeah, I'm terrible at that.
see?
But yeah, it was like that one time we have sex, and then after that, it escalated into more sex, which was, for me, fantastic.
Great.
For her, great. For both of us together, we were trying to deny a relationship, and then we were trying to also do that while we were working together. And then only one person knew, which is Shane. And then, yeah, so it got weird. Her sister had used to work there. We kept doing everything. And then I started talking to other people. Started talking to other girls. And then I was like, oh, yeah, this one. This is my next one. Which is bad. Especially how I said that just now. It's
Person,
terrible.
human.
But how I just said that right now is terrible. But that's exactly how I felt at that time.
You were what, 17?
Yeah.
That's why it's
17,
okay.
18, at that point, probably 18 and a half, almost on my way to 19. So I'm like, yeah, I've tried to help you, but I can't. And then, then I'm drinking, I'm smoking a lot. All I can do is just get drunk and smoke weed. All I can do is get drunk, get high, and then go do my job without either of those.
Nice.
And then I did, and then she applied for the same position I applied for.
Is that really what happened? I couldn't even remember.
She did.
And you got it.
I told her to do it. And then
Because
she
you're a
didn't.
supportive partner.
No. This is where I'm the worst person ever. This is where I'm the worst. I'm like, Haley, you could probably get it too. She applied. And I also applied. And I got so pissed when she told me that she applied. I'm like, what the fuck? So that's how bad of a person I was at that time. I'm like, fuck. I forgot I told her to do this. Fucking drunk. And god damn it, she's going to get it over me. And then it ended up being some other woman that got over her and me.
Who?
Who?
Was it mine?
Yeah.
I don't remember. Was she a decent worker or was she just nice to look at?
Mine?
Mine.
Yours?
Mine.
She was both.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't terrible.
No, it pissed me off.
Well, of course it pissed you off.
You kidding me? It pissed me off to no end. There's zero end to my being
That's
pissed
another
off.
one. She got arguably the best version of me.
All right.
That was retarded.
It's just how life works, man.
Like the worst humans.
I mean, at the same time,
And people.
it's how life works. But right now, and Stephanie, I'm happy to see it.
Good, man. Thank you.
Meanwhile, I'm not all that happy to see it. I guess I have some qualms about it. But me, I'm just gonna be alone forever. I've fucked up my life so much.
Well, we had a parade of whores coming tomorrow for the game for you.
That's not true.
It's not false.
No, it's not true. You had a parade of single women.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can't.
We got hoes
No, there's
from different area codes.
All right, is this a song now?
Yeah. But we can't sing because we promised the Whiskey Ramble people that we would stop singing.
Because also Shane has a problem with singing off key.
Oh my God, do I ever.
Yeah, this is how we transition from one
Yeah, I
point
forgot
to
about
another.
that
Me,
So-
I will sing if I'm drunk enough. But at the same time, sometimes I'll just be like, fuck yeah, and then I'll start singing. But like, that was me interpreting me singing.
Very nice.
Okay, but your problem was people sing off key.
Yeah, look, and this is a short point. This
is great because now I'm fucking drunk.
Drunk. There you go. Yeah, so one of the places that I work, there are two women there who you would think by happy accident, one of the two of them would sing a correct note at the correct time. At all, ever. That they would accidentally stumble across a correct note and not be horrifically off key. Nope.
I like to think that like I sing terribly, but I at least got like the right key at occasional times.
I have to assume that you do. But these two, and it's not even like...
Thank you for assuming.
Yeah, well, I do what I can. It's not even as if like the song sang and played in this particular key, and then both of them are singing incorrectly in this key. No, it's one singing incorrectly here, the other one singing incorrectly here, then there's a song that's correct up here. And I'm like, how the fuck? What is going on? I get there with a migraine, I leave with an even worse migraine. It's a fucking miracle that I haven't.
You didn't have your
driven
NyQuil
off
on you?
I do drink NyQuil most of the day, and I have like this migraine stick type thing that like you gotta like put on the back of your like neck and temple and shit. It's ridiculous, but it's supposed to help like calm you down and release some of the tension. And shockingly, it works for a little bit, and then they start fucking singing again. Fuck, I hate that place. I don't mind the manager. I don't mind the assistant, but the me's, the other two of me, fuck. That is tough.
I will be 100% with you. I wasn't paying attention.
That's fine. You were drunk. I'm pretty sure we're at like 2 hours.
Really? I think so. I also got a text from like my branch. So
well, that's obnoxious. But yeah, we're at 1 hour and 17.
Okay. Well, so you heard your people on your levels singing.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry about that.
Thanks, man.
My assistant manager will sing every now and then.
Bad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, I know the song, so I'm like, I don't care. Because we listen to the same music. But, so good luck with that when you work at my branch.
Thanks, man.
I think you had one more topic, if I can find it. Besides me just getting really emotional about my one ex-girlfriend that started getting me to have feelings. Fuck. Everything sucks. You're supposed to talk during these points where I'm looking.
I know, but I'm starting to drift. Drank a lot of NyQuil tonight.
Too much NyQuil.
It's bizarre. I'll fucking find it. Hold the fuck on.
Dick size in winter.
Yeah, but I have no idea why I said that. Like, I have to imagine that, like, I went to go pee somewhere and
Were you
looked
looking
down.
at people's penises?
No.
Are you sure?
Well, I guarantee that. Like, it had to have been something that I experienced with mine. That's not the reason why Kate got the worst version of myself. Like, definitely late bloomer.
What?
There's no way that 16-year-old Shane was, like, anything special down there.
Yeah. Well, for Haley, it was 17-year-old Steve, and literally, first time we were going to have sex. All right. Embarrassing story. It's going to go out to the public.
Trust tree.
It's going to go out to the public. All right. 17-year-old Steve, about to have sex for the first time. Right? Meet up with the girl. Go up to her room. Making out. Giving me a hand job.
Steve's jerking the air off right now for everyone who isn't in studio with us.
Steve finishes.
Steve finishes off his 9th finger of whiskey.
Yeah. So I came way too early. Because one, I wasn't expecting any of this to happen.
No prep work.
Yeah. And then, so she goes, what? This is really happening? I'm like, I'll be gone 2 minutes. Keep the foreplay going.
Were you in fact good in 2 minutes? Well done, man.
Oh yeah, I was.
It's impressive stuff.
I know, right?
Right? Like that's like a really underappreciated and not enough, like not talked about enough refrac rate. It's important, like, because I'm similar, right? And the one whom you hated, who got the job over you guys, apparently, which I still can't remember, which is terrible.
She did, and it pissed me off so much.
Well, she's an awful human, so.
I warned you.
Yeah, you did, but she was really fucking attractive.
You're not wrong.
But, I know.
Everything else?
Terrible. Brutal, brutal, brutal.
It's like as if we weren't talking at that point as friends, and I still said things.
Probably.
I did.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds familiar. Shane, don't do this.
Yes, I literally said
She's terrible. But
she's
look at
a
her.
cunt.
Yes, that she was.
But, maybe, hopefully they're happier now. But
I don't really care about that one, but I do hope the other one's okay.
I agree with that. She was nice.
Yeah, she was a sweet girl.
Especially to me. What were we, like 3 years apart?
Yeah.
You
roughly.
and I? How old are
I'm
you?
30 now. What are you?
28.
Okay.
All right, so 3 years.
Yeah, so 3 years there. And yeah. Sure.
I'm 27. I'll be 28 this year.
I got what you were saying.
Yeah.
I figured that you were saying you were closer.
Yes. I'm basically 28 this year.
There you go. But yeah, what the fuck were we talking about before that? Oh, the refrac rate thing. Yeah. That was something she would say. Like, I would like finish, and then she'd try to stop, and I'm like, no, I'm cool. Like, we could just push through this. She's like, how the fuck did she just come like 4 times before like we were done? And I'm like, I didn't feel like stopping. Like, I guess that's fucking why.
Yeah, my most recent girlfriend. We would do the sex, and then we'd be done, and then it's like 5 minutes later, and then I'm just, seeing her, and still no clothes. Okay.
Ready to go again.
Yeah, I am now ready again.
That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, like, it all started before I even had the sex, which was crazy.
Yeah.
Where maybe that's why. I inadvertently came during a hand job when I was going to get my first sex.
So the rest of your life, you're gifted with the ability to just stay hard after you come.
Or just be able to, again, 5 minutes later.
Well, there you go.
I don't know. It's awkward. We're talking about it.
It is weird.
And now the public knows.
Now the public does know.
It does.
But we are at like an hour and a half talking about bizarre things this show.
Well, that's what happens on this show. So I can't feel my arm.
That's good.
I can't move it either.
All right.
I'm just kidding. All right.
Tevin Coleman over here.
You got anything else?
No, the only thing that I would say to people is rate and review the show now that and if you've already rated it and reviewed it before, like, do it a fucking again, because we are now on like our own thing. Steve's got his own. You got to resubscribe is what I'm saying. So go to Apple iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker, Spotify, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio.
We're on iHeartRadio. We're that big.
Google, yes. Google Play.
Yes.
We're everywhere, man. Wherever you listen to podcasts, we're at. And just do us a favor. Share it with your friends and family, your coworkers, strangers in the street, bums in the street. Buy them a cell phone. Give them a fucking thing. Say, the only thing I want you to do with this is to utilize it to listen to Whiskey Ramble. We would be forever in your debt of graces, graces of debt. I don't know.
I think it's both. So
Both.
You made it weird.
I did make it weird, but that's fine. Subscribe to us. It is Whiskey Ramble. Subscribe to us, rate and review it. And then if there are topics that you want us to hit, or if there are topics that you guys want, or that have happened to you, we'll tell your story and react to it. I think that'd be cool. Somebody had said that.
Really?
Scott. Yeah.
God damn it, Scott.
Scott's a good dude.
Tell us these things.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, us, as in, like, not just you.
Yeah, both of us. Well, we text a lot during basketball, like West Coast basketball games, because he's up.
Yeah, but, like, once I realized I sent just you my bet, I was like, I shouldn't have said. I should include Scott.
Yes.
All right.
That way he can talk to Guy about it.
But yes, everything Shane said in such a fast fashion. Please do. Also, if you're in the Bucks County area, please do visit our friends at Just Food. They're located at the
Buckingham Green Shopping Center. Sorry, you're pointing at me as I was looking at emails. Buckingham Green Shopping Center in Bucks County, PA. They were also at the Delville Market. Visit our guy, Asian Rob. He's fantastic. Who also may come over tomorrow, him and his brother. I'm not positive yet. I haven't reconfirmed with them. So if that's additional incentive for you to come.
That is 100%. Yes.
Right?
But
yeah.
I just created this new fucking thing for people in my place. If
Take a
Rob
party
might
bus
stay-
over to here.
Yeah, I'll take a party bus.
That's what, an Uber. I think that's what they call it now. But Just Food, 215-794 food, 215-794-3663. Treat yourself, take it home. You should totally do it for Super Bowl Sunday, although I'm sure they already have a gajillion trays out there and they may hate you for it, but do it anyway, because they're great humans over there and the food's even better.
They are great humans, and you know what? They may be busy. Give them more money, and
Yes.
they'll get it to you anyway. So, yeah. So that is the end of this one of Whiskey Ramble. I'm too drunk now.
Yes.
For now.
For now.
And I go Chiefs. That's all I'm going to really say. Go Chiefs. Right, Shane?
Absolutely go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs. I'm drunker because of the nervousness.
Nerves, and now you're 2/5 of the way, or yeah.
Because you're a half.
A third. You're not halfway.
That's a half.
It's not a half.
That's a half.
It's not a half.
We're fucking arguing about fractions again. All right, thank you so much for listening. Catch you next time on Whiskey Ramble.
A fighting man I used to be, revered and feared through Killarney. Now I'm back to hitching with the wind. But if Mickey Flynn should ever find me, I'll throw me caution all behind me and square off on that son of a bitch again. He cracked open a river too, he beat me Sunday through and through, and so jig over my unconscious frame. I won me healthy sheriff fights, well lucky son still had me life since Mickey Flynn beat me dumb and lame.